Welcome back to my channel. Today I am so excited to sit down and go through my October faves and fails. Let's jump into the entire month of October because I was retrying some old school products and visiting some new products and kind of gonna let you know here how things have lasted with me. Am I going to be putting some things in declutters, but also things that reminded me, dang it, that's good and it's been hiding in my collection for how long? Let's jump into it. Okay, so not gonna lie, I naturally have wavy curly hair and today it is like drowning me. It is huge. I feel like it has taken over my life. But today, that's just how it's going, so let's jump in. As many of you know, along with my faves and fails of products, I also sometimes like to throw in some lifestyle things. So there are a few Amazon finds that I have found. And I don't know about you guys, but I love Amazon because it just ships to my house. It's easy. So I always love when I find someone that can kind of tell me this is what the product is actually like in person, because reviews are always kind of confusing. So I wanted to let you know a few things I have found there as well. And I love to do monthly shout outs. You guys are always a favorite part of my month, so I always love to include you guys in my faves as well. My Halloween video this year, you guys loved that video, and I am so glad. I actually spent a lot of time on that. I spent way too much time editing that for all of those things, those spooky little environmental things that you saw in there. But also, I love to be a little punny and dad jokey in real life, so I'm so glad you guys really enjoyed that. A lot of you kept saying how much you really liked the boobies joke, so I really appreciate you guys liking that, and I kind of brought some of that video into this one with my eye look today. I thought, as you guys saw in the clips before this, what I'm wearing on my face today is a lot of varieties of things that I kind of just like lose sometimes in my makeup drawer. You all know you can relate to that. You'll use something for a long time or have an intention to, and then it falls off your radar. So today I did jump back into my Naked Cosmetics palette because I really did want to see how did this green perform on the lid. In that video I did it underneath and I thought it was beautiful. On my eyes today, it really does look good. So I have a lot of stuff to kind of go through with you. Let's jump in. For some reason, I always really do like to kind of go with what starts my face look to kind of start out a video. So something that I let you guys know, I got in a add-on in my Ipsy box that at the first time I wasn't too sure about, but so many of you love it. So I was like, I'm gonna keep trying this. And this is my It Your Skin But Better CC Plus Color Correcting Full Coverage Cream Anti-Aging Hydrating Serum 50 Plus SPF. So many words on this tiny little bottle, but I have been really reaching for this. So I really am thinking I'm gonna be purchasing a bigger obviously product of this because this was just a sample to see how I liked it. I'm actually wearing it today because I wanted to see if I could glam it up. On my non-filming days, I have used this just to kind of see how it does with that everyday, either no makeup look or, you know, that middle of the road. Yes, I'm wearing makeup. I want you to be able to tell I'm wearing makeup, but not the full lashes, full eyes, full deal. Today, though, I wanted to see how it played with a full face of makeup with contour, bronzer, blush, highlighter, powder on top of powder on top of powder, and then lashes, and then more lashes, and then fallout from stuff on my eyes. Oh, it did great. I am really liking how this looks on my skin, and I'm liking how it kind of blends out and goes with the rest of my skin tone. I feel like I'm one of those in-betweeny shades that I always struggle to find a really good foundation that matches me longer term, because my skin always tends to either go a little pink or a little bit more neutral. Sometimes in a weird time of year I feel a little more yellow. I just am one of those weird in-betweeny skin tones. So I'm actually really appreciating this, and it does remind me of something that I am loving. My CoverGirl Olay Simply Ageless. For the record, in high school, I wanted to use and did use the Olay CoverGirl Simply Ageless. Like when it was in that little pan thing, they probably still sell those, but they were like in more of like a little small container so I could keep it in my purse at high school and middle school, probably middle school too, let's be serious. I wore this stuff all the time because I was already trying to be preventative of lines on my face. One time in college, I actually had a teacher stop in front of me when she was handing out papers, like glare at me, and I thought, wow, I've really upset this teacher and I just met her. And she was like, you should use night cream because you will not always look that way. And I was like, well, I don't even think of what I look like now is that great, so shit, I better get on that. So I feel like I've always used some kind of like anti-aging something on my face just because you only have one skin, so take care of it. Long story long, I like this a lot, and thank you guys so much for telling me how much you like it. Something that one of my recent videos reminded me of, and then you guys let me know in the comments, you still ride or die with this palette. It is the Cover FX palette. I specifically went into the contour today. I put this on and it builds up beautifully, so you can either make it like a contour, or in my opinion, I can also use it as just like a bronzer base, where I just have a little bit of that, you know, warmth to my face to go on to the next step if I don't want to do a full contour. I really like this, and I really kind of lost this in that palette. You know, I did that video on this or that with palettes because of all the face palettes we've been getting from Boxycharm and Ipsy. This kind of got left out for a while, and I'm so glad I did that video to pull this back out and remind myself this is really nice product. I also really enjoy the finishing powder, and the blush does pretty well too. I really think the brightener does a great job as well. The highlighters for me personally are a little okay, but I'm going to be telling you about some highlighters today that make me see pan. That's like dirty talk, right? That's like I'm talking dirty to you. I hit pan on it already, and I got it this year. So excited. Something that I did not love in a recent video, and I have retried it again off camera, and I think it's either, I've never really gravitated to half of it, and I love how I talk in generalities about something that I haven't even showed you what I'm talking about yet, just to confuse both of us. It is the Bare Minerals Invisible Light palette. I showed you guys in my recent video how this matte powder actually like moved my makeup, and it never really was a favorite for me. Even when it was brand spanking new, fresh out of the Boxycharm box, this matte powder always kind of left like this little white cast. It never really sat well with my personal skin type. Now I know some people totally love it. Awesome. My skin has always been sensitive, but now that I'm going through menopause, it's like doubling down on the sass. So I'm really having to be more mindful about what I use. I've always really liked this glowy powder over here though. I would like to lift the face, and I showed you guys in that video how it's just like transforms. It's like a filter for your face without Snapchat and without Instagram. So that's why I think I really kept this in my collection, but I don't find myself reaching for the glow much. As you can see, I mean, it's still pretty full. So I'm wondering if this is just gonna end up in a declutter for me because I don't reach for it. It's been expired technically because it was only supposed to be good for 12 months. I clearly had it longer than 12 months, but powders, we always kind of go, does that really count? Someone's talking about me because my ear is ringing. Who's talking about me? And I hope it's nice. I'm nice. I still think this is really nice, but how many times have I said this year alone, everything that we are getting from Boxycharm and Ipsy is all dewy type of products, skincare, face setting down things. Like, it's just a lot of dew and a lot of shine and a lot of glow. And as much as I like to be a glowy fairy like Tinkerbell like everybody else, there's only so much I can do. So I'm wondering if this one in my fall declutter that I keep telling you, I'm kind of like stockpiling some stuff on the side. This is, it might be making it in there. Stay tuned. Something that I also mentioned recently that I keep reaching for. I've definitely traveled with it. It's very good with me at the moment, so I'm giving it this moment in my faves and fails for October. I'm curious how it's going to do at the year end where I'm doing best and worst for me, but it is this Ofra Madison Miller trio. Real talk, this is one of the few things from Ipsy that I have actually put into a travel bag, used on the regular, to the point that you can see in the pan here that like this highlighter has been like dipped into, loved, used, abused, sparkled, spread all over like a sandwich on my face because it's really good. I really love Ofra though. I think it's great. So I liked having this trio to also introduce me to a new product of theirs, a blush. Still wish this was a contour or a bronzer, just do, but I keep reaching for this over and over. As you can tell, it has a lot of pigment to it. They're a little bit more pinky than I'm used to, but one of them is more champagne-y, which totally vibes with me. The other one is a little bit more skin toned, and that's the one I don't reach for a ton, but I do like that for like on the body. Like when I'm putting a little bit of like makeup on my collarbones to pretend that I have really nice collarbones when I really don't. That's the one I like to use because it mixes with my skin better, because my chest does tend to be a little bit more pink and I get a little red there sometimes, so it just kind of like flows. This is something I have been reaching for on the regular through the entire month. So thank you, Ipsy. This is one of the few things I've really liked. Now that's a segue into something that's a little less happy and a little bit more, I don't know where this is gonna go on my channel, to be honest, but Ipsy. I'm actually seeing a lot of you say this as well in my comments and reach out to me on Instagram to say the same thing. For me, a fail for the past few months really has been Ipsy, and recently I did get a spoiler, so here's your little warning that I'm going to show what my box teaser looks like. I'm only excited for the one thing that it actually let me select this past month, and that was the Gigi Gorgeous little palette. I think it's a bronzer, little highlight. I'm really excited for that piece, but other than that, everything else in there is not exciting me. It's not getting me like to the point where I'm like, okay, I know what I want to do with this. I'm just going to get it and see if I even want to touch it. And if not, I'm going to put it in a giveaway. That's not why I signed up for Ipsy. I signed up for Ipsy because so many of you were like, I love your Boxycharm videos. I would love with this new Ipsy Glam Bag Plus, could you do that too? And I was so excited to open up a new like venue on my channel. And they're really not doing that great. I know that they were supposed to be like, we have a better test, we have a better survey of what you like. I just think that was really good marketing, and I believed them because a lot of the stuff I get is still illuminating highlighters that are liquidy, or things that don't go well with my face, or something else that I'm going to talk about in this video. There's stuff that I'm just keep getting that I'm like, that's not what I selected in my survey. Did you just tell everyone that we're more selective with surveys before Boxycharm could do it, and now Boxycharm is doing it? So it's like, I don't know if I need both. Long story long as I sit here and chat because I've had a lot of coffee today. I don't know if I really need Ipsy in the future. I am getting this next box. Like I said, I'm not too excited from what I'm seeing, but like I told you last month, half the things I was supposed to get in my box, I didn't get. I got a totally different box. And again, I like to let you guys know I use what's in my collection. I'm going to show you a highlighter that is an amazing highlighter that I got this year, and I've hit pan on it. That tells you I use my products. So as far as just like holding on to stuff just to hold on to stuff, that's not my journey here on YouTube with my beauty channel, because I live in a tiny house. I want to use what I have. I want to appreciate where my dollars go. So just a heads up, Ipsy is really, really like on that boundary line with me. If the next month or two doesn't go well, I may just be done with Ipsy. A lot of you have reached out to me to say you're done with Ipsy. It's not your jam, it's not your favorite, but some of you love that even more than Boxycharm. So I'm really, really trying to keep an open mind about it. But right now, not a fan. All right, I keep talking about this highlighter that I've hit pan on, and I know you guys are like, what, wait, a highlighter that you got this year? Is it one of those small little tiny ones you got from Ipsy in the very beginning? No, this is a full size, high-end, amazing product that one of you guys sent to me because you said it didn't work for your skin, but you wanted me to try it. And I'm so grateful because, hi Pan, how you doing? This is my Becca Champagne Pop. Look how much pan is already on this baby. I really, really love this. I have brought this with me when I've traveled, and I know it's kind of like a fragile product, so I do wrap it when like washcloths and stuff when I travel. I'm wearing it today on my face, I'm wearing it on my eyes, I'm wearing it a little bit all over the body some days. I think this is such a universal, beautiful highlight for me and my skin. I think this is fantastic. Like I've said, Becca and Ofra in my beauty space tend to like battle for that top ranking for highlighters. It really depends on what my look's gonna be that day and kind of what I'm vibing with, what I'm feeling. But I mean, this tells you how much I love this product. And I've let you know also, Ofra. So I've hit pan on Champagne Pop and Ofra Rodeo Drive. In person, I must look like, I don't know, a glazed donut. I must constantly look like that girl has on way too much dewy and she's got oily skin. What's going on? But I don't care. I love it. I love that I have hit pan on this already, and I still have so much product to go. But that's how I like to use makeup. I want to really use it. I want to be able to give you a long-term view on how something has worked for me and appreciate what's in my beauty space. So loving it. Really proud that I hit pan. That's an endorsement for a fave, right? That's a total endorsement. As much as so many of you loved that Halloween special that I did, I also love the products that I pulled out of there, because like I said, the Naked Cosmetics Trio I'm wearing today on my eyes, love it. But also, this is definitely gonna make it into my faves because this is something I've bought again since getting it with Boxycharm. This is that eyebrow pencil I was talking about. This is the Winky Lux Universal Brow Pencil. I have recommended this to blondes, to redheads, to brunettes, to girls with darker, blacker hair than me right now, and they have loved this product. It has a great spoolie and it builds and lays on itself so well. I started my brow look with this today and then went into another favorite of mine that you guys know I'm a diehard lover of. But this product was that product that's been sitting in my beauty collection that I knew was good, but because I get so much from subscription boxes and I'm always like, okay, let's rotate, let's try, let's, you know, reinvent the eyebrow look every day, every morning. And then when I remembered this to pull it out when I needed it, I was like, yes, this is definitely making it back into a top part of my like use everyday drawer because it is that good. Appreciate it, love it. Definitely recommend it. The thing I love to put on top of that, yes, is my iconic London Sculpt and Boost. You guys know this is something that I have been loving all year since I got it in my Boxycharm. I'm so grateful for it. I get to use both sides now, light and dark. Love that because my hair is darker. Although, can I just tell you already, I'm seeing some of my like white hairs. They're not even gray. Oh no, my family goes white. We say gray, please, that's been done. We need to go more dramatic and have white in dark hair. It's so obnoxious. I'm already starting to see that peek through. But what I've also been loving with this product are two Moda Pro brushes, because as much as I do enjoy this little piece that comes with the product, they always tend to cake up, get a little dirtier faster, and something that's easier and more efficient for me to clean and use on a daily basis are my own brushes. These Moda Pro brushes really do a fabulous job. So this one is a much bigger one. It's just called the brow brush. I mean, it doesn't really have a number on it or anything, but I kind of start with that to kind of like jump into a brow, really kind of get some coverage going, blend and marry all things to make it look natural. But then there's also this tiny little guy here. I really like this to get that front part of the brow to kind of like carve it out and design and kind of get right under here. Just fills in things. It does a great job. They're easy to clean, easy to use. I do love my Moda Pro brushes, and I am a Moda maven, so there is always a code below if you want a discount on any of these items I'm talking about from Moda Pro. Something I haven't talked about in a hot minute because I wouldn't shut up about it for a while and you guys were gonna get really annoyed with me talking about it, but you did ask me in my Halloween video if that was what I used at the end of the video, and it is. This is my Becca Hydra Mist Set and Refresh Powder that I still love to set my face with. I also love to go back into to do touch-ups with if I'm looking too oily by the afternoon. I just kind of take a big fluffy brush. The one I use a lot is one of my Aesthetica brushes that I got from Boxycharm. This is the P12. Kind of just dip into it. Kind of just pounce it all over my face. I like to do the pouncing motions because that helps with any oils that are sitting there, and it really helps clean up a look. It definitely helped clean up that look that day when I got too oily and too shiny. This sucker is still amazing for me. I am using other powders in my collection, but I do reach back into this at least, I would say, 2 to 3 times a week for a touch-up at minimum. I have to talk about what keeps putting black all over my face, and it looks pretty cool with my eye look today, so I'm so annoyed about it. But again, Ipsy, I feel like you kind of did me dirty. Not in a fun way. This is the Tarte Steal the Show Chrome Paint. You guys probably saw it in the clips in the beginning. I did dip into this to kind of deepen up my eye look, and I was really trying to make this work. I went into all the proper brushes. At some points of it, I wet the brush. Some parts of it, I used a dry brush just to see how it would do. I have set my face, I have set my eyes, and for some reason, this sucker, I mean, even though it's been on now for, I don't know, an hour and a half, it is still giving me fallout. Every time I turn around, it is definitely kind of just falling onto my cheeks, and I have to take a brush that's a loose brush and wipe it away, because if it's not a loose brush, it's going to like marry and put like weird black freckles all over my face. No thank you. I have enough of those on my own. I'm Irish, German, and English. We get enough freckles as it is. Thanks for playing. It's like this pressed pigment that I still wish I would have gotten a different color, because I feel like I would have gotten a lot more use out of this, but I've tried applying this with a finger off camera, and I just thought it looked like I had, you know, kind of that, oh, I feel bad saying this, but I love her, but Britney Spears lately on Instagram, you know how she's always got those black eyes going? I felt like that's kind of what I looked like, and that's not an intentional look I want to go for. I've tried with brushes, wet, dry, fingers, the whole 9 yards. Blending this out, doing things with it, it is such a difficult piece, and it is black, so when it falls down like it keeps doing today, it's just making a mess on my face. This is becoming such a fail for me, and I hate that because I wanted it to be just that next level of something cool and fun to use this holiday season. The packaging is really cool. Having something that's kind of like a chrome black shade is always fun to pull out for a nighttime look or a sexy look. But right now I do not feel sexy. I feel like, oh, what's that character that has like that black mask that just keeps falling down his face? That's where I feel. That's what I feel. And quick Amazon finds that I have to tell you about. A lot of you know I used to work out religiously like 2 to 3 times a week at my 5 a.m. fit camp. I used to do that every morning in St. Louis, and that's the one thing from the Midwest that I really miss. I don't miss the snow. I don't miss the ice. I don't miss any of those kind of things, but I do miss my workout group. They were like the way I started my day. It keeps your endorphins up, makes your booty tight. I loved it. Missing that a lot. But since surgery, I'm really easing back into any kind of workouts because, you know, women's health, pelvic floors, I'm trying my best to be mindful of my body. And finding shorts, workout shorts that don't have that diaper in them, ladies, you know what I'm talking about. If you've gone hunting for good shorts to work out in, been a nightmare. But I finally found a pair, and they were a recommendation from a comedian that I follow because she was struggling with this over the summer, and I'm going to be putting them on the screen up here. I actually wore them this morning to work out in, so I did not want to show you my dirty shorts. Ew, that's a different type of video. I think that's a Patreon kind of video. Ew. I'm going to put like, that's up here. They do not have that diaper thing. These are New Balance women's shorts, and they're not too short. They have like a 5-inch seam or something, so they're longer. You don't feel like when you're doing a squat or you're doing any serious like power walking or running that it's gonna fly up and you're gonna show everybody you're not gonna do that. And they're only like 20 bucks, and for good workout shorts, I will pay 20 bucks because it's not gonna have the diaper. It's gonna keep me where I don't feel like I'm showing off everything. I really appreciate those, so I wanted to share that. They're going to be linked below. I'm kind of feeling out how I feel about these, but as a woman with a larger bust, and YouTube may get mad at me for showing this on camera, I'm going to do it anyway though. If you are a woman with a large bust and you want to wear like a strapless bra, but you're always having a hard time with that whole uniboob thing, I did find something, I believe like this was like a hot topic for a minute on Instagram or socials in general about a bra that was strapless for ladies with like C+, D+ boobs. It actually has wire in it and it holds them up. I do find the wire inside in the middle here, like a little like, it's kind of pressing. I feel like I got to stretch it in a bit more. I will be linking that as well. I think it is a really nice product because a lot of us with larger chests still want to wear those cute little things where you can't have big old bra straps showing because kills a look, but you want to be able to have the girls supported as well. And this is supporting my girls. It just gets a little like tight up in here in that in-between booble section. You know what I mean? That booble section right there. That's where it is. I have really been enjoying this. The size I got, in case you just are curious, I have like a double D, sometimes triple D cup size. If you go to Victoria's Secret, you're always up a cup size. You know, that's their business model. I got it in the large size. I didn't have to go up to the extra large because I wanted there to be like some kind of like support. I didn't want them to like fall or anything, but I'm actually enjoying this, and I know I have some other big busted ladies in the audience, so I wanted to sharing is caring when it comes to finding things for the girls, right? Right. And now for my monthly shout outs. I love shouting you guys out because you are a favorite part of my month. Gel as Jams, I see you all the time in my comments. I've seen you all showing me some love on Instagram as well. Girl, I appreciate all the support and the makeup love. Great to see you. Hi. And Jennifer Cox, girl, you are always so supportive and just letting me know that you're loving my videos, you love my content. Thank you so, so much. These, when I see you guys, it just makes me realize it's a lot of work that I put into YouTube. So when I see the same people coming back, it's not just like somebody just trying to come into one of my giveaways. It's not just somebody being like, oh yeah, that's cool. It's people who really want to be part of my community. I appreciate you so much. And during this whole year, that's been a rough year for me, you guys really make my day. And there's so many of you out there, you never know. You could always be shouted out in my faves and fails. I love talking to you guys. Thank you so much for watching. And if you happen to be new to my crazy, weird little channel, hi new friends. I hope you take a quick moment to hit that subscribe button down below to see all the fun, loud, weird, unique videos I do every single week. Bye friends.